I had heard Slipstream. I was like, that is so cool. And then I was like, I'm just gonna deep dive and I'm gonna like buy the equipment and just learn it. And I have no regrets in doing that, but I understand that, not every student is like able to throw down 500 to 700 bucks on like, a giant piece of equipment. So one thing I might suggest is like maybe you could see if your school would buy it. And it would be like a thing where it's like, okay, this is equipment that all of the applied areas can share and can, kind of you can check it out or something. And maybe that's something to talk about. Or if you have a professor who has one, maybe they'd be willing to lend it to you. I just recently bought the newer version of the loop pedal. They have like the RC300 was the original one that I had, and I have the 600. And I haven't actually told my students this, so maybe they'll see this interview and be like, "What?" But I originally I was like, maybe I should sell the 300 to kind of like make up for some of the cost of the 700. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold on to it, and then if I have a student who's really interested in like doing this, well, I'll lend it to them, and we'll see how it goes, because I just think it would be, really great to kind of get into that stuff without the cost, because the cost is kind of crazy. So anyway, so that would be like my first thing. Maybe you could see if your professor has the equipment that you could borrow, or you could just, get the school to purchase it on your behalf to share among the studios. Because you need the loop pedal, you need the Shure mic that clips onto your instrument, and then like some 1/4-inch cables and some things like that. So, it gets kind of complicated. But anyway, so once you kind of purchase that stuff or you have access to that stuff, I would just say like go for it. Try to like play through the stuff and figure it out. It does take some time. And it can be kind of complicated, but I think it's worth it. And it's just like anything else. Like sometimes I go through the piece and I practice just the foot changes. So just going through the exchanges, and I don't practice the solo lines because I can practice that on my own, outside of it. And then some things that really helped me, like I felt like I got really good at chemical reaction when I was preparing it for a YouTube video that I made like during the pandemic. Just like having to record it that often made it like a lot easier to get through it in live performances. So I would definitely suggest kind of recording yourself while you play it so you can hear what it sounds like and all of that stuff. Yeah.